Hello, we are so excited you're here. We are going to dive into talking about health, nutrition, and Plexus. I know many of you, like me, are very interested in nutrition and in feeding our families healthy, whole food and nutrient-dense diet. Perhaps you are also like me in finding that your family is still struggling with long-term unresolved health issues. I'm learning more and more about why Plexus is helping so many people who have been very focused on eating well, but are still struggling health-wise. I thought you might appreciate these testimonies from like-minded, health-conscious mothers sharing their thoughts on Plexus. So let's dive in. This is from Wendy, and Wendy says, I am a certified natural health professional who very strictly believed in diet for optimal health pre-Plexus, before Plexus. However, after years on a very, very good diet, I still struggled with a gamut of continuing health issues. I needed to de-stress my body by getting my blood sugars under control because this was affecting my cortisol levels, which in turn affected my gut. I needed to heal my gut, which I had been working on naturally, but can literally take years. I also needed to make sure I was absorbing nutrients properly because with leaky gut comes malabsorption. Plexus products helped address each of these issues and kickstarted my overall well-being. I'm a firm believer in healthy, natural whole foods, but some of us need just a little more help, and I'm so thankful for these products for helping in that. And this is Melanie. Melanie says, for the 9 years that I experienced health issues, I first learned all I could through changing my diet and lifestyle to get my health back. For me, that helped tremendously, but it wasn't enough. I echo what Wendy says above as to how Plexus helped me. Plexus products gave my body the building blocks and balance it needed to regain my health alongside a healthy lifestyle. When I started, I committed for a year. I know how natural products take time, and being that I had health problems for 9 years, my body would need consistency and time with these products. And I haven't been disappointed. This is Krista. Krista says, I spent 6 years trying to feel better with diet, nutrition, and then adding in natural supplements and treatments. Given all that, I actually didn't consider that Plexus would help me, but it did. My perspective is this: it's almost impossible to have balanced blood sugar and good health by diet alone. The soil is too irradiated and food system has little variety. Even if you're growing your own food, fermenting your own live foods, and raising your own meat and eggs, only eating raw dairy, if at all, etc., it's pretty impossible to escape from other disruptors like pollution, toxins, stress, and unnatural or disrupted sleep patterns, and EMFs, etc. Not to mention that many have a history of an unhealthy lifestyle, were given antibiotics as children, and so on. So for me, Plexus fills in the gaps where my healthy lifestyle falls short. It complements rather than replaces healthy living. And this is Nancy. Nancy says, I'm a WAPF volunteer chapter leader for Southern Middle Tennessee. Several of my children have special needs, so we have worked diligently with diet and supplements to help them over the years, including almost 3 years on the GAPS diet. That's gut and psychology syndrome. We also live on a farm, and we grow much of our own meat, milk, and vegetables, and have both good spring and well water to boot. Even so, we still have health issues. I believe largely from what was mentioned above, environmental toxins, past antibiotics, and junk food use. Our 16-year-old daughter with autism has never been helped by GAPS, which is a minimum of a 2-year, very strict commitment. Like she's been with just Slim and ProBio 5. So far, we still want to add in BioCleanse and X Factor. But in the past few months, Slim and ProBio 5 has made a huge difference. I'm getting ready to share a testimony about her, but am waiting just a little longer. Also, I've spent years and many volunteer hours leading educational events about nutrient-dense, properly prepared diets all over southern Middle Tennessee, which is largely rural. It's been rare for me to draw much interest unless I hold an event further north, closer to Nashville, which has more aware people in it. Most people have health issues, but don't see the connection with their diet. If I tell them about fermenting veggies and raw dairy, eating organ meats, simmering bone broth, etc., their eyes start to glaze over. But for the ones who do know there is alternative help out there and head into a health food store or look at it online health products, they get totally overwhelmed and confused by the thousands of supplements that can be had. No one wants to swallow a ton of pills every day. Now, with Plexus, I have a simple option that can help so many issues. When people start feeling better, they have more physical and emotional ability to consider improving their diet. So for the epic length answers, can you tell I'm rather passionate about this? So this is Vicky. And Vicky says, I love this discussion. I spent many years trying to heal my body and went from raw vegan to paleo to trim healthy mama, trying to find a solution. My doc said I was the healthiest sick person he'd ever seen. Thyroid and adrenal issues, food sensitivities, 66 food sensitivities that tested positive. Developing histamine reactions to the most basic of food, but otherwise perfect blood work. I even reacted to fermented foods. Thank goodness my friend Charlotte shared Plexus with me and shared Lori Harrison's sister's story. I never had the typical yeast infection, but boy, did I have candida. Within a month of being on Slim, ProBio 5, and BioCleanse, I was able to eat foods I hadn't eaten in years. I still eat a mostly lean meat and veggie diet with some fruits thrown in. But if I accidentally come across gluten or other previous sensitivities, I don't react to them. That's huge and speaks to the power of Plexus products. And that's slightly less than 3 months of taking the products. I will be forever grateful to Charlotte for sharing Plexus with me. And this is Amber. Amber shares, I believe in whole foods and holistic remedies. I have spent years reading and learning about different whole food supplements and how they can help. I seek out raw milk, grass-fed and finished beef, cage-free chicken and eggs, wild-caught fish. I avoid vegetable oils. I use coconut oil and butter. Love the principles of the Weston A. Price Foundation. I simmer homemade bone broth on my stove for days. I ferment my own kefir and kombucha. I make my own soy-free mayonnaise. However, I suffered with horrible hormonal issues, heavy, unsustained, unstoppable periods, lack of libido, hot flashes, mood swings, depression, irregular cycles, anxiety, chronic fatigue, constantly aching lower back, bladder control issues, tender breasts, and brain fog. The list can go on. I read many holistic articles trying to find relief. I tried progesterone cream with some success, but not complete relief of symptoms. Plus, it caused me to have 2 periods a month. I was at the end of my rope when I saw my friend April Stewart Owens, her last name is Owens, post about finally being free from her symptoms of endometriosis and PCOS and all of her hormones after trying Plexus. I skeptically asked her to send me the ingredient list. I'm adamant about ingredient lists. It cannot contain soy, artificial sweeteners, carrageenan, artificial colors, vanillin, BHT, etc. I was pleasantly surprised by the ingredient list and found many of the ingredients I had read about for years were in Plexus. I still felt this too good to be true. I mean, I had so many times skeptically ordered and remained skeptical for the first 3 weeks. Then it hit me that so many of my hormonal issues were significantly reduced or completely gone. My husband noticed my moods especially and joked that it's like having a new wife. Any of my remaining issues continued to improve over the next 2 months, and I'm so thankful that I am free of these issues today. It has really been life-changing for me. I'm so thankful for the Lord putting April and this all-natural product in my life. I have also lost 27 pounds, which is just the icing on the cake for me. I saw my neurologist, my sleep doctor, and my primary care doctor this week, and they both were excited for all the positive changes they saw in me and approved for me to continue taking Plexus. My husband has lost 20 pounds and has been able to reduce his blood pressure medication. For me, Plexus is about restoring the natural balance in your body to the way God intended it to be and reaping the benefits of balanced health. Okay, and this is also Amber. She says, I have celiac disease and Barrett's esophagus, and I wasn't absorbing my vitamins. We own an organic garden and grass-fed beef farm and eat mostly organics, our own beef, and cook from scratch. And while I agree that eating whole foods alone should improve your health to the point that you don't need supplements, it doesn't work for everyone, especially sick people. I was having to supplement my diet with aloe juice, 7 different medications, and 14 total supplements. With Plexus, I am able to supplement my diet with just 5 additional dietary supplements and 0 prescription meds. So I hope you find these stories and these testimonies helpful and encouraging as you go through your health journey. And again, remember, if you have any questions, please contact your sponsor and they'll be happy to help.